day on Friday. Nicky and I were your keyboard earlier on. I'm sure that everyone will agree that Nicky and I were stunning, and they've done a great job today. And I'd also like to thank Dave for asking me to be his best man. And of course, in accordance with tradition going back through the generations, that means I have the honor and the privilege of saying a few words this evening. And I hope that those of you who are just getting to know me will feel that you know them a little bit better by the time I'm finished. So where did it all begin for Dave? Well, the opening chapter of the Dave Roberts unauthorised biography starts with his birth on 12th October 1976. Of course, little did parents Annie and John know that they'd unleashed on an unsuspecting public the man who would one day become known as by various aliases: Big Face, Davo, Novo, Smith, Heavy D, The Peg, and of course simply Big Dave. From a young age, Dave showed he had an inquisitive and adventurous spirit, a quality that many of you come to know and admire about him. At the age of 4, he decided to leave home and strike out on his own. He was found by a concerned passer-by at the end of the street, who asked him where his parents were. In truth, John was at work, whilst Annie was in the back garden doing the washing. The young David had his cover story ready. He'd been abandoned. The story wasn't believed. I think the fact that he was clad only in a pair of Wellington boots at the time. Eventually he broke down under interrogation and he was home safely by 3 times. But that day, Holy Corner bore witness to the birth of a lifelong love of music. I'm not going to say any more about that because I don't think it's appropriate to discuss these kind of things in Dave's marriage. But if you get a chance to speak to Dave's cousin Christy and her husband Stuart, you might want to ask about their wedding back in 1986. Now, getting back to the biography. 1981 saw Dave start his school days at Bastille. Obviously, little were Dave's teachers to know at that time that one day his fame would eclipse that of his fellow alumni, Sir Sean Connery and Ronnie Corbett. Obviously, that hasn't happened yet, and we're working on it. It wasn't long before the boy David showed early promise in the football field. And I think he came on as a substitute for Brooksfield one day when they were narrowly defeated 2-1. But in fairness to Dave, the blend still had a particularly strong team. After Brooksfield came James Lindsay's High School, and that was where Dave and I became friends. And as I recall, the first conversation that we had involved me reassuring a 14-year-old David Roberts that he didn't look that much like Elvis. The first time I really had the opportunity to get to know Dave was when we had to work together on a project on street art. Unfortunately, we couldn't find any street artists, so Dave very enterprisingly just made up all the interviews. According to Dave, Colin the pavement artist and Steve the busker were good guys, but Clive the robot man told us to sod off. And I remember Dave saying in all sincerity to the teacher that he thought Clive was a very true ambassador for the street art community. Anyway, thanks to Dave's face and writing skills, we passed that course with flying colours. And it was clear to me then that Dave had the raiment to sing the gift of the gap. And it was obvious to be a good ally. One of the things I remember most about being friends with Dave at school was experiencing the legendary hospitality of Annie and John. In later life, Annie and John even let me live in their attic during weekends. The borders and work during the week. So I'm obviously eternally grateful for that. And it was amazing to think then that I was sitting in the same room as some of the other luminaries who had, like me, benefited from the Roberts welcome. People like Picasso, Ernesto Che Guevara, the list goes on. Parties at the Roberts were always very quiet, sometimes sober affairs. Some people know. So we can probably expect something fairly sensible tonight. But I'm digressing from what I was talking about. I'll go back to the big guy there. Now, it was around about the age of 16 or 17 that I remember that Dave really began to yearn to express his intellectual side. And when he told us that he was going to do his higher English dissertation on Emile Zola's masterpiece, Thérèse Racan, we were all fairly bemused. Unfortunately for Dave, so many examples. But please don't think that Dave let his flair for academia distract him from developing his sporting prowess. To this day, Dave still holds the Gillespie's record, finishing 8 pints of heavy in a pack of John Deere special. Next up for Dave were the dreaming spires of Napier University. But as Dave will tell you, Napier is one of the top 5 universities in Edinburgh. Identified a role would allow him to combine his love of politics with his love of lager. President of the Students' Association. The only problem was they had to get elected first. The road to the polling booth is rarely smooth, and in the murky world of student politics, it certainly wasn't smooth for Dave back in the early days of 1998. But Dave knew he had the moral fibre and special character to last the pace. He went into that election as the underdog. His opponent was experienced, well-funded, and well-organised. He had a ruthless campaign behind him, and he had the title campus sewn up. Dave knew that he had a chance in his own patch of Merchiston, but he knew he had to win big in Quick Locker Trade House and in Canyon Lane to get elected. Dave's battle bus. Spin Dr. Justin's Backer XR2 with the exhaust hanging off. Dave's slogans. Dave Roberts, the face fit. More Dave, where he's a bonny soft lad. And of course the immortal, campaign for the champagne. Armed only with the contents of half a bottle of Duke aftershave, covered up as well as the night before, Dave at the hustings. A campaign insider has since been quoted as saying, Dave did okay in Merchiston, but he got pretty much slaughtered everywhere else. His nice guy approach just wasn't cutting it. It wasn't looking good. But then there was a groundswell of support for Dave, the People's Canvas. Many of his supporters, some of whom are here in this room tonight, rounded up whole departments in Craig Locker and Craig House to vote for Dave en masse. The promise of a free drinking union and the sensual allure of Dave's Duke brought the nurses from Canyon Lane on board. And stunningly, the campaign for champagne ended in success when Dave was elected president by 100 votes. Now, once in office, it wasn't long before Dave had to show that he was the kind of leader that didn't shy away from hard choices. Picture the scene, if you will, of a smoke-filled committee room high in the opulent headquarters of the Students' Association. President Roberts was answering to the Finance Committee for his bold decision to spend £6,000 booking to play Pressure Suite, an act he described as one of the most popular live acts of the last 3 decades. president held fast and he refused to tender his resignation, and rightly so. Almost half of the 17 people who bought tickets agreed that Charlie Hayes because he'd heard that Snooker Lucy had Willie Thorne in it. The young Mr. Roberts would later make a career of the uncanny fools in the marketplace that he demonstrated those early days of presidency. I'm pleased to say that Dave, after the Chazzy battle, went on to be widely recognised as one of the best presidents the Napier Students Association had during the second half of the late 90s. Like all great commanders in chief, though, David only began to be judged on his legacy. Thanks to Dave, there are no tuition fees in this country. And you can still buy both chicken and ham pasties in the Union shop. After the end of his term as president, Dave completed his studies, and he took a well-earned sabbatical while he pondered his next career move. During this period, he travelled widely. Sometimes he was the BP garage in Bastille. Advertising, and soon descended the ranks of the industry, where he said to have a natural affinity for the two sets of accounts, cheese and booze. Three words that Dave's colleagues might use to describe Dave are the consummate professional. Sometimes that means taking an early start in the morning. On one such occasion, Dave showed that he was prepared to go the extra mile. Dave's boss Mark, who's here today, arrived at Dave's flat at 8 AM to take him to a meeting with their senior client, that well-known multinational. Was it Pete? Pete, who's here today. After Pete managed to force entry into Dave's flat, he found the big man lying snoring on the floor of the living room in a pile of splinters that once been his favourite chair. They got to the meeting whereupon their client, for some reason called a lot of proceedings, opening all the windows and complaining that someone was, and I quote, still pissed up from the night before. Obviously, the client's behaviour was totally inexplicable, but Dave remained thoroughly professional throughout. So that's a little bit of a sort of fairly heavily edited flavour of the kind of material that Dave has to offer. If you want to know any more than that, you'll have to catch up with him in the bar later. But there's some other qualities that Dave has that I'd like to mention. A principal amongst those for me is the fact that he's been a great friend to a lot of us here. And I'm sure he'll soon become a great friend to all of those here who haven't yet had the chance to get to know him. But Dave is, of course, only half of the story. Now, they used to say that behind every great man is a great woman. Well, I thought you could probably fit several behind Dave. Now, Robert is the only one for him. Now, Dave and Sarah have known each other for a long time. For the first time, the sparks really began to fly between them was at a friend's wedding. I should say that whilst Dave does dabble in choreography, and I think it was when he was trying to demonstrate his signature move, the peg. which involves a ballistic raising of the right arm in the air and then a kicking out of the left peg. And then he's shaking something off one's shoe. And hopefully Neil will do a demonstration of that later. Now the peg only tends to come out after about an imperial gallon of lager, and I think that night was no different. And I was doing a particularly energetic demonstration of the peg, but Dave's momentum carried him and Sarah onto the drum kit, sending cymbals crashing and bass moving. Their eyes met across the first snare, and the rest is, as they say, history. Now it was obvious that Sarah was special when Dave decided to move out and return her home. A few of us lost quite a lot of money when that happened. But I couldn't be happier for the 120 achievements, and I've tried to go through some of them. Persuading Sarah to marry Mr. Swain. Sarah has so many fantastic qualities. Her beauty, her wit, her style, her elegance, and today she was lovely.